All right, we're back in the Ram Vision Studios. Brian Roth, voice of the Rams, sitting down with Henry Blackburn, senior safety for the Colorado State Rams. Henry, good to catch up. And boy, about a week into spring football, how's it going? Feel good to get back out there?
Absolutely. I mean, it's fun to run around right there with the guys. You know, we're starting to click on a lot of different levels as a defense and as a team. And, you know, it's just fun to be back in the pads. We've been waiting for this, so it's good to be running around out there.
Yeah, and this is year number 2 in Freddie Banks' defense. Of course, last spring, learning a completely new defense. Now you guys have a year under your belt. Kind of give us an idea of what's the difference between last spring and now this spring for this defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just how fast the game is becoming for us. We're able to play faster now because we're not thinking about what our jobs are, what our responsibilities are. We're taking the next step as a defense, starting to learn tendencies of offenses, you know, starting to pick up on different keys that we can read, and so we can just play faster. And I think we're doing a pretty good job at that just as a whole unit, and just our communication has been a lot better and more sharp and just more crisp in general, and we're just moving a lot faster as a unit.
You know, you look at this defense last year, and well, you look at the conference play, only gave up 19.5 points per game in conference play. Of course, shut out New Mexico at the end of the year. What was it about this defense that allowed you guys to get better week by week by week last year? You
know, one thing that's just like it's just the attention to detail that we really need to focus on, because when we play together and we're very focused on our details, we play really good defense. And that's, you know, some games we weren't as attention to detail and we weren't as focused to the small things. And that's what when we play good, it's because we're doing the small things and we're executing at a high level. And that's just what we talk about every day with Coach Banks, just executing the defense at a high level.
All right, how about Henry Blackburn going into your 4th year now? How does number 11 improve this season?
You know, I'm just trying to focus on just being better every day, getting 1% better, whether that's, you know, on the field, you know, in the different playing strong, playing free, you know, playing special teams, all these different things, and I'm just trying to become a leader. You know, that's one thing that I've been focusing on this whole offseason, is just stepping into a leadership role and bringing the guys along, bringing the young guys along, and just being more of an older leader type of guy.
All right, a couple more thoughts before we let you go. And we talked about the fact that you know this defense very well now. You're number 2, but how about the guy playing next to you, that secondary, number 17, Jack Howell? 3rd straight year that you guys are going to be manning that secondary. How important is that to really know and understand what the guy next to you is going to do?
Oh, yeah, Jack's my brother. I mean, me and him are super close. And the thing that I love about Jack is that we're always competing. Me and him we're always competing against each other, and it just makes us both better. We love each other hard. We compete against each other hard, and we know that we have each other's back at the end of the day. So it's really fun to be able to play with Jack, and he's my brother. So I'd die for him, and he knows. But it's the competition that makes us better. We're constantly trying to one up each other, be better, and that's what makes us better at the end of the day.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces in this CSU secondary, but some newcomers here this year as well, and 3 mid-season newcomers in that secondary. How are they fitting in?
Yeah, I mean, Ron Harge, Dominic Morris, Tyrell Grayson, you know, they're all learning really quickly, and they're all taking coaching really well, and so they're fitting in with us pretty well, and they're starting to click, and you could tell like they're starting to play a little bit faster too, especially because they're surrounded by guys who've been through the system, so they're able to, you know, learn. We're there to help them and stuff, but they've been playing really good in the secondary, and it's fun to watch those guys play because it's going to be fun to play. It's going to be fun to play beside those guys for sure.
All right, final thoughts post-practice here on a Monday, but coming up on Saturday, not only the great weather coming up, you guys are going to scrimmage, and you get into spring football, and it can kind of get a little monotonous, but how excited are you guys to put on the pads and scrimmage on Saturday?
That's what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting, you know, the thud tempo, all that type of stuff. You know, it gets real when it's actually tackle time, and, you know, that's when we get to go live. That's what we live for as a defense especially. You know, we're excited to knock around some heads on Saturday. It'll be a fun one on Saturday for sure.
All right, Henry, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, Henry Blackburn, senior safety for the Colorado State Rams.